What time is Chicago Fire season finale on tonight? May 21, 2025. The season 13 finale of Chicago Fire is here, and tryhards can't wait to see how the Firehouse 51 fan favorites brace the latest chaos. From blood-pumping rescue missions to high-octane drama within the walls of Firehouse 51, along with shocking breakups and jaw-dropping arrests, tryhards have been led on a wild ride this season. The Windy City heroes have been put to the test as season 13 comes to a gripping end. And the stars behind Chicago Fire have certainly enjoyed being part of it all. We have laughed hard. We laugh hard every day on this show. David Eggenberg, aka Chicago Fire OG Chris Herman, told NBC Insider in a November 2024 interview. That's why the crew has stayed. Everybody that could possibly stay stays because it's a beautiful set. It's never lost on me how special it is to be a part of something with the longevity this has, Taylor Kinney told Us Weekly in May 2022. It's a testament to show creator, Dick Wolf, and the team of people he puts together. Find out when and where to watch the Chicago Fire Season 13 final episode below. Is Chicago Fire new tonight, May 21, 2025? Yes, and tryhards won't want to miss it. The logline for tonight's Chicago Fire finale, Season 13, Episode 22. It had to end this way. Reads, Severide puts his job on the line to help out one of their own. Kid navigates Natalie's complicated relationship with her sister. Herman prepares to take the chief test. New episodes of Chicago Fire Season 13 air on Wednesdays at 9/8 on NBC. All new One Chicago episodes are also available to stream the next day on Peacock, NBC's streaming service. You can stream all 13 seasons of Chicago Fire, or catch up with the Windy City First Responders of Chicago Med and Chicago PD on Peacock. It's a pretty big One Chicago family, series creator Dick Wolf said in 2019. Everybody gets along. I mean, there are no squeaky wheels in the cast. I've never had anything like it, which is, I think, only visible to the audience by the fact of how good they are together. There are no line counters. There are no where's my close-up. It's a remarkably ensemble-like world. The digital clock on the Firehouse wall read 7:43 p.m. as the engine rolled back into Firehouse 51. Rain tapped steadily on the garage doors, blurring the city lights outside. Inside, the firefighters were soaked, exhausted and silent after a brutal 4-alarm blaze in Pilsen that had tested every limit of their strength and teamwork. Severide pulled off his helmet and let out a long breath. That was a close one. Stella Kidd nodded, brushing wet strands of hair from her face. Too close. Mouch tossed his gloves into his locker. No one told me saving lives was going to mess up my TV schedule, he groaned. Tonight's the Chicago Fire finale, and we're already 20 minutes in. Seriously. Cruz looked over. I thought it didn't start until 8. No, Mouch said, wiping his face with a towel. Special 2-hour finale. It started at 7. I've been waiting all season to see if Bowden really retires. Herman grinned, like he'd really leave us hanging like that. Besides, you think Chicago Fire would be Chicago Fire without him? No way. Gallo piped up from across the room. Wait, Bowden's retiring on the show? I thought that was just a rumor. No spoilers. Ritter yelled, holding his hands up. I still need to watch the last 3 episodes. DVR's backed up. Stella pulled out her phone, squinting at the screen. The finale's on now. We're only halfway through. Maybe if we're lucky, the chief will let us catch the second hour in the lounge. Cruz chuckled. Yeah, sure. Let's just ask him to press pause on reality so we can watch our own lives on TV. As if on cue, Chief Bowden himself walked into the locker room. His eyes scanned his crew, still dripping and smelling of smoke. But he smiled. "You all made it back," he said. "That's what matters." Chief, Mouch ventured. "Any chance we can, maybe flip on the finale? The Chicago Fire one?" Bowden raised an eyebrow. "You mean the dramatized version of our lives, complete with exaggerated explosions
Yes,
and fictional
Gallo
romance,"
said
sheepishly. Bowden gave a long sigh, then cracked a smile. "Make it quick. You've earned it tonight." Cheers echoed through the firehouse as the crew rushed into the lounge. Stella turned on the flat screen, the familiar theme music already playing. The firehouse on the show looked strikingly similar to their own, except a little too clean, and the drama a little too glamorous. "All right," Ritter said, settling into a recliner. "What did I miss in the first hour?" "Plenty," Mouch said. "Violet's thinking of transferring. There was a huge rescue with a gas leak. And, wait for it, Severide showed up in Montana of all places, tracking arsonists." Again. Severide scoffed. "That guy never gets a break, huh?" Cruz grinned. "Neither do you." Just as the second hour began, the screen went black. A weather alert flashed across the screen. "CV Yuri storm warning. Flash floods possible in South Chicago." "What the?" Herman jumped up. "No, it was just getting good." "Stupid storm," Ritter groaned. "Why now?" Suddenly, the station's main alert system buzzed. "Call out. Structure TOLAPSA. 9900 South Hellstd. Possible entrapment." And just like that, fiction gave way to reality. The firefighters dropped their popcorn and bolted. 10 minutes later, Engine 51, Squad 3, and Truck 81 were back on the rainy streets of Chicago. The collapsed warehouse looked worse than they expected. One wall caved in, the roof sagging ominously, and people trapped inside. As the team sprang into action, the storm thundered above. Water pooled in the street. Crews helped stabilize a ladder as Kahlo and Stella ascended to check the roofline. Severide and Herman pushed their way into the structure, calling out for survivors. Inside, the air was thick with dust. Severide shined his flashlight through the rubble. "This is it," he muttered. "This is the finale." Herman looked over. "What do you mean?" "I mean," Severide said, prying a beam off a trapped woman's leg, "this is the real show. Not the one with dramatic music and good lighting. This. Right here." As they pulled the woman to safety, Bowden's voice crackled over the radio. "Heavy rains destabilizing the east wall. Everyone out, now." The roof groaned above them. The finale wasn't waiting for credits or commercials. It was happening now. Real time, real danger, real stakes. Back at Firehouse 51, soaked to the bone but alive, the team finally gathered in silence. It was past midnight. The TV was still paused on the last frame of the broadcast. Stella hit play. Bowden's character on the show was delivering an emotional monologue. The firehouse is more than just a job. It's a family. A family that stands strong when everything else falls apart. Everyone watched quietly, the line hitting harder than expected. As the fictional Bowden hugged his crew, the real one walked in, coffee in hand. "You all did good out there tonight," he said softly. "Doesn't matter what time the show airs. This firehouse, this is the real finale. And we write it every day." Mouch raised his cup in salute. "To the finale and to the next season." They all clinked cups, sodas, or water bottles. Outside, the rain had stopped. The city was quiet for now. But inside Firehouse 51, the heart kept burning bright. And the time? It didn't matter.